Hey folks, this is the fourth video in a series that aspires to teach Google Apps Script's Calendar app to beginners. In previous lessons, we've learned how to create events, all-day events, and reoccurring events. We'll resume by navigating to the Files menu. We're going to be adding a new script file, which you can call whatever you want. I'm going to call mine d_change_color and hit enter. You can keep the boilerplate code if you would like. I'm going to clear mine out so that I can create a function called event, capital C, color. I'm going to open up a set of parentheses. If your function is part of a larger project or application, this is the space where you can add arguments to make automation more easy. I am not going to be exploring any of that today, so I'm going to leave this space blank. I'm going to hit the right arrow on my keyboard. I'm going to hit space. I'm going to add a set of curly brackets. I'm going to hit enter twice. I'm going to add 2 slashes for a comment. The first thing I'm going to do is create the event. I'm going to hit enter and tab. I'm going to create a variable. You can call your variable anything you want. I'm going to call mine event. I'm going to set it equal to capital C, calendar, capital A, app. I'm going to use a period, and then I am going to create event. I'm going to open up a set of parentheses. Create event has 3 mandatory arguments and 1 optional argument. I'm going to hit enter and escape on my keyboard. So the first argument is the name of the event. So I'm going to call this event title. It needs to be passed as a string, so you need to use single quotes or double quotes. I'm going to hit the right arrow on my keyboard, add a comma, hit enter. The second argument is the start time. So we are going to type in new, capital D, date. I'm going to open up a set of parentheses. I'm going to enter my date as a string. So I'm going to type May 28th, comma, 2024. I'm going to hit space. My start time will be 2 p.m. So I'm going to enter 14, colon, 2 zeros, colon, 2 zeros. I'm going to hit command right arrow to go to the end of my line, and I will add a comma. We are now moving into the third argument of create event, which is the end time. I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to type new, capital D, date. I'm going to enter my end date. So I'm going to add single quotes here so that I can pass it as a string, and I'm going to have it end on the same day. So I'll do May 28th, 2024. And I want it to end at 3:15. So I will enter 15, 15, 00. Hit command right arrow on my keyboard, add a comma. And once I do this, I open up a set of options, which need to be structured as an object. So we're going to need to use curly brackets, and we'll use object notation in order to enter these options. So I'm going to hit enter, hit escape. I'm going to add a set of curly brackets. I'm going to hit enter. You'll notice that we are no longer getting any keyboard hints here. I talk about this in earlier lessons in the video, so if you'd like to learn more, check them out. I'm also going to add some developer documentation to the description. But this is the place where you can add location, for example. So I'm going to type location, colon, single quotes, and I'm going to have this in Philadelphia. I'm going to hit the right arrow on my keyboard. I'm going to add a comma. I'm going to hit enter. And now I'm going to add a description with a colon space. I'm going to say this demos how to change event colors. And at the right arrow on my keyboard, I'm going to hit the down arrow, and I am going to go to line 12. We're going to hit enter twice. We are going to align our cursor with line 3, so we'll do shift tab. So now you can see that line 3's comment now aligns with line 14. We're going to add 2 slashes for a comment. Next thing we're going to do is define our event color. Enter and tab. We're going to declare a variable called event, capital C, color. And we're going to set that equal to CalendarApp dot event color dot. This is where you can pick all of the colors that are available within CalendarApp. So we have blue, we have cyan, we have gray, green, mauve, all these different types of things. So you can pick whatever color you want. I'm going to pick mauve because why not? So once you pick your color, we're going to hit enter twice. We're going to align our cursor with 14 and 3. So we'll use shift and tab, and now you can see we are aligned. We have 2 slashes for a comment, and now we are going to add the color to our event. We're going to hit enter and tab, and now we are just going to reference our event name. So we'll say event, sorry, not our event name. We're going to reference whatever name you chose for the variable on line 4. So in my case, I use the word event, so I'm going to type event, and I'm going to use dot, and then set, capital C, color. Open up a set of parentheses. And you can see in this documentation here that you need to say dot set color calendar event dot event color dot, and then whatever it needs to be. So you don't need to establish a variable for this. I find it easier because then you can see that it's happening, but this is just a personal preference. So either enter this directly in here or reference the variable that you created on line 15. So for my purposes, I'm going to enter event color. I'm going to hit save, and then I am going to run my function. I'm going to go to my calendar. I'm going to go to May 28th, 2024, and now you can see that I have an event with my description and location with the color of mauve, which is apparently purple. So check it out. I'm just going to create another one here. So let's do orange. I'll hit save and run. And I'll go to my calendar and I'll refresh it. And check it out. Now we have an orange event. So this is a straightforward lesson about how to change the color of your events. It's a small thing, but it could be a big thing if this is something that's of interest to you.